Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I'll be reviewing the SH Figuarts Vegeta Mini Daima. Now this is the second Dragon Ball Daima figure that they've released from SH Figuarts, and we're not even up to episode 10 as of recording this video, and it's kind of interesting that we've already got two fully posable Figuarts out of it. These were definitely planned well in advance, and there's a bunch more coming. There's the Piccolo coming, there's adult Goku and Vegeta, there's the villain, I forgot his name, or the somewhat antagonist, there's Glorio, there's Pansy, there's Mini Supreme Kai, as well as Super Saiyan Goku, which I believe, as of recording this video, they confirmed he's going to be P Bandai, which is kind of annoying. Hopefully he comes with cool accessories. I'm hoping for like a Kamehameha or something like that, or like a extended power pole or something that makes his existence worth it. Beyond just being figurine DLC, because they could have easily done that and I think people would have been fine. Anyway, that's a rant for another time. There's a bunch of Dragon Ball Daima figures coming out, and there's no wonder that there's a bunch coming out because it's the new big thing, it's the new Dragon Ball thing, and love it or hate it, it's going to be here to stay for a while, and there will be endless merch for it, and it will potentially derail the main line of Dragon Ball Figuarts for a little while at least. But anyway, this is Daima Vegeta, and you can see him in the box. It is the same style as the Daima Goku, so it's slightly different to the usual one. But unlike the Daima Goku, the Mini Vegeta very much looks like they're not utilizing the space in this box, which sucks because usually the Figuarts are pretty good at utilizing that sort of like main visual clamshell design. And the Mini Goku was sort of forgiven because of the power pole, his alternate skirt piece, as well as the extended power pole and the alternate hair sculpt. Vegeta does have swappable accessories and things like that, but this box could have definitely been smaller, and I think the box was designed like this purely from a shelf presence point of view, because I've seen the box for the GT Trunks, and that's a thin box, and the GT Goku was the thin box as well, so yeah, it's weird, I don't really understand it. But anyway, outside of the box, here's what Vegeta comes with. So he's got 4 faces, several different hands, all paired, as well as a windswept hair and folded arms accessories. It is pretty standard for a Vegeta loadout, but because this is a brand new sculpt, it is a little bit more unique. And weirdly enough, it has some improvements that the mainline sort of adult Vegetas should have, and we will probably see that in the actual Daima adult Vegeta. So it is kind of an interesting figure, but it is not a cloned sculpt at all from the Daima Goku either. This is its whole new thing. It's interesting that they are really like hammering home that these are all new unique sculpts, and it is quite interesting. But taken out of the box here is Vegeta, and he's looking quite good. It is definitely just a chibified kid Vegeta, and I feel like you can use this figure quite a bit for flashback dioramas and things like that. It just works relatively well as a proper just kid Vegeta, because he pretty much always wears that Frieza Force Saiyan armor, and you can modify it, do whatever you want for it, and it will read well as just kid Vegeta. And what little paint apps there are, they are good. All of the detail is clean. I like the vibrant colors they've chosen for this outfit. It's very similar to the Awakened Super Saiyan Blood Vegeta colors, where they're nice and bright, and I like that quite a bit. And I do like the Daima hair sculpt. This is a good Vegeta hair. But we'll do a quick size comparison. So here he is next to the Awakened Super Saiyan Blood, and you can see just how small these Daima figures are, especially since Vegeta is a smaller figure anyway in comparison to other SH Figuarts. Here he is next to another kid figure. This is the Pan from the Superhero movie, as well as the Daima Goku, and they scale pretty well together and look pretty good. Posability on Vegeta is pretty alright, so he's got a ball joint in the neck and head, allows for some pretty good movement. He looks up pretty far, which I like, and down an okay amount. The arms can move out that far. They are on a ball joint, but it's a pretty good sculpt in terms of like there's no hinge or anything, but it allows you to butterfly a bit, rotate all around, pull it all the way out. There is a bend at the elbow as well as a swivel at the upper arm. as well as a hinge at the wrist. All the standard stuff, but not a proper butterfly joint, but it acts like one. There's a ball joint in the lower chest/waist, which allows for a little bit of movement, but there is no actual ab crunch. He can kick forward and back that far. There is a fake swivel at the leg that you can do with the ball joint where it's attached. There's a bend at the knee, as well as a pretty damn good pivot at the ankle and bend at the toes. It is a pretty good improvement on the Vegeta ankles so far, and it makes sense why we don't really have an ab crunch or anything like that, because it's too small to engineer that sort of thing in it, and the design wouldn't really work because you would see some very noticeable and large cuts in the figure. Yes, they've done it in the past, but to this scale it would be really, really awkward to do. And Vegeta comes with 4 faces, so he's got a neutral serious one out of the box, he's got a slight smirking face, he's got a mouth open shouting face, as well as a teeth gritted angry face, and they all look quite good. He also comes with windswept hair, which is compatible with all of these faces as well. I do appreciate that the hair is all one sculpt and the faces are separate. Usually, like, the face comes with a bit of the hair with a Vegeta figure, but this way all of the seam lines are hidden quite well and it looks quite nice. The windswept hair is okay, I'm not a big fan of it. I think they probably did as best they could in this scale, and you don't really notice it all that much. It's kind of hard to get it like in a really good dynamic pose at this scale, but it serves its purpose well enough. I feel like an adult Vegeta windswept hair would look better, but like, they're trying something new, and I do like it that we are seeing more and more dynamic hair sort of accessories with the Figuarts, so they are aware that people are interested in this sort of thing. But with those faces and the head sculpts and the hands, you can get some pretty good poses out of this figure, and he is light, so he poses with a stand pretty fine, but because the stand claw is so large, you do notice it quite a bit because this is a very small figure. But you can get him into pretty much all the standard Vegeta poses, you know, your Gallic Guns, your Final Flashes, flight poses, folded arm smirking, and ready poses. The arms for the folded arms are quite good. They are sort of a mix of what they did with the Naruto line as well as the 24,000 power level Vegeta, where the entire arm separates off of the ball joint instead of sort of like just after the shoulders. So the entire arm comes off, and both halves of the folded arms are separate, so you pop them on each side and then just slide them together, and it all looks very, very good and seamless, and makes for a very good display with Vegeta, and once again pairs very, very well with Goku. And that's pretty much it, really. There's nothing too crazy about this figure, no weird gimmicks. It's all stuff we've seen before with Vegeta or with other figures. So like the folded arms always comes with the Vegeta, that particular set of hands always comes with Vegeta, even those faces always come with Vegeta, and the only really new thing is the windswept hair, but we've seen that with other figures as well. It's another decent budget release, and it's a pretty good release for a brand new line of characters and brand new line of figures with the Daima. Getting this engineering, this consistent, this small with a brand new sculpt, it is very cool, and they are relatively inexpensive. The Piccolo coming out in December is the most expensive Daima figure so far, so we'll see if that's worth it. I feel like he's only expensive because of the cloth goods, and they haven't really shown if you can remove his cloak, so it's going to be a bit interesting for that figure. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time.